Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cindy. Happy New Year! Let's talk about my 2025 reading wrap up. I read a total of 36 books and that equals to about 16,000 pages. And the book with the most pages that I read was Alchemized by Sing Ling Yu. And the book with the least amount of pages was Fahrenheit 451. The book with the highest book rating on Goodreads was Queen of Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. The book that was shelved a lot on people's bookshelf that I read was Verity by Colleen Hoover. I will be talking about the books that I read each month that was very memorable for me. In January, nothing was memorable. I believe everything after January picked up for me. In February, I read Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I was so wrapped up in this universe, and I'm very excited to read book 4, which we are all hoping it comes out either this year or next year. In March, I read Air by Sabatat. Here, I finally finished reading it. I'm looking forward to reading the second and final book in this duology. I love the way Sabatat here writes, and she's not afraid to be one of those mean authors who do very heart-wrenching scenarios to her characters. If you read her other series, you know what I'm talking about. Verity by Colleen Hoover. I picked this book up for fun because one of my besties was like, then you gotta read it. And oh my goodness, I finished reading it in one day. It's that good. Very worth the hype. April, I read Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Oh my goodness, this was an amazing book, amazing plot, amazing writing style, you name it. I'm looking forward to the movie that's gonna come out later in the year, but I'm not looking forward to my heart breaking when I watched the movie because this book literally broke my heart, and now I have to prepare for it once again when the movie comes out. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Very glad that I picked this book up because I am now a fan of Selena the Assassin. In May, An Evil Mind by Chris Carter. This book was very different. It was a thriller that reminded me a lot of Criminal Minds, and it doesn't shy away from gory. I happened to picked up or found Manacle in May, and let me just say it took over my life when I read it. I became consumed by it to the point where I told one of my friends about it and somehow convinced her to read it with me. Nothing read in June or July that really was wow to me, but in August I did picked up The Nightblood Prince by Molly Chang. Oh my goodness, the C-drama girly in me was very, very giddy and happy reading this book because it was a combination of Chinese drama and book. I loved it. October was a good month for me. I read some good books. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Another series that I decided to pick up in 2025, and I'm very glad I am reading it. And I did read it because it's amazing. I finally get that hyped. Right now I am on the third book, Morning Star. Hopefully I will finish reading the series this year. Queen of Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. This is one of my favorite books in the Throne of Glass series because it was fast-paced, never a dull moment, and there was a lot of characters that we got introduced, and we got to read a new character point of view, and I am a fan of that character too. It just so happened I read another book that month that I believe it's kind of overrated if I mention it, but I have to mention this book because I have to. Alchemized by Xing-Ling Yu. I took my sweet time reading this book. It took me about a month to read this because why not? Yes, I finished reading this in August. It was quite a journey and it was very much worth it. November. Golden Sun by Piers Brown. This is the second book in the Red Rising saga, and wow, this made the whole series even more wide open in the sense that the world now is taken to outer space. So we have kind of think of it as Game of Thrones in space. A lot of politics in this book, which I love. From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout. I am mentioning this book in my November reading because I find the whole plot to be very interesting, especially when the plot thickened towards the last 100 pages, and we finally get this moment where we, the reader, and the main character realize it was all a lie. That's it. Those are the books that made my 2025 very memorable. Have you read any of these, and what book did you read in 2025 that was very memorable? Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for upcoming videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.